Hey class, good afternoon and welcome back to Lifespan Development. Welcome to our fifth week. I'm actually recording this on a Saturday yet again, but I'm going to post it on Sunday, so I'm not really sure why I'm telling you this, but I just feel like it's important to be transparent, I guess. So anyways, here in a few hours, I'm going to be heading to Tulsa to see one of my all-time favorite bands, Pedro the Lion. Got the shirt to rep it tonight. I'm pretty excited. Band I've been listening to for 10, 12 years now. I'm pretty excited. So anyways, and then the next morning, after I drive back from Tulsa, I'm going to go run with the Oklahoma City Land Runners, a 14-mile run. So I was sort of predicting that I will not have a lot of energy tomorrow to record a video. I can post it tomorrow, but I'll probably will not want to be in front of the camera. So anyways, hope you all are doing well. So this week, got a lot going on. We're back to covering 2 chapters instead of just 1. Last week we covered chapter 5, but this week we're covering 2. So you'll be reading chapter 6, which is on the socio-emotional development during infancy. So we're kind of tying infancy off. Some pretty interesting stuff going on in this chapter. You're going to be exposed to yet another theorist. We covered Piaget last week. You're going to get some exposure to Erik Erikson, another really important theorist that will come up again and again and again throughout this course. So Erik Erikson, of course, followed sort of in the footsteps of Sigmund Freud, if that rings a bell from any of your previous psychology courses, maybe intro. So in chapter 6, we're looking at socio-emotional development rather than physical and cognitive. So you're going to be looking at issues like emotional and personality development. So we're kind of tapping into personality for the first time. We're also going to get into sort of understanding social orientation and like things like temperament, and also getting into attachment style. Maybe this is the first time you've studied attachment style. Maybe you've covered it in Intro to Psych before, but some really interesting research by Harry Harlow and Balby, and some really interesting stuff that'll come up again and again throughout this course. So this early stuff, this infancy stuff, is very foundational to what we'll cover later on in the course. So, and also we'll look at the importance of social context in terms of development, social development. We're leaving infancy behind, but as you discussed in your last post, that infancy is very important in terms of laying that foundation down. I mean, what happens in infancy is very important, very foundational for continued development throughout the rest of a child's development. So we are now moving out of infancy, and in chapter 7, we are getting into physical and cognitive development in early childhood. We're breaking up early childhood into 3 parts. I think early, mid, and late, so again, looking at more physical changes and cognitive changes. So kind of coming back to Piaget, seeing how children continue to develop. After infancy, physical development kind of slows down a little bit until puberty, then it just speeds up again. So a lot of development happens up front, but then there's some kind of slowing down. This is another huge development is language development, and that's really the key to understanding the difference between Piaget's first 2 stages is the development of language. Children now begin to think symbolically. They can discuss things symbolically through the use of language. And then finally, we're going to talk about early childhood education, some things that you can do, resources and whatnot that are available for that. So a lot to cover. Again, infancy and then jumping into an early childhood. We have a discussion post I've already put up for you all. I believe that will be on early childhood. You discussed Piaget and sort of infancy last week. We're going to discuss early childhood this week. Moving into some of those toddler years, those really foundational years. I mean, all of this stuff is, that happens pretty much from birth to adolescence is so important. It's really, can't say one is more important than the other. But this is all really, important stuff, all foundational stuff. So, read chapter 6 and read chapter 7. We do have another discussion post again coming up. That's due Friday. Respond to 2 of your peers. Please, as you're reading, if you have any questions, any concerns, any comments, post them or ask me via email. I'll be happy to get back to you as soon as possible. Other than that, I hope you all have a wonderful week, and I'll see you all next week. All right, take care. Bye.